All right, guys, welcome back. CFP here, and this is Survival Living. So today we have Alaska Prepper with us. He
Hi
finally
guys.
got over here. He's always busy. The man's always making up videos. He's always reaching out with other communities. And what you've had like 5 or 6 live streams in the last 2 weeks, haven't you? With other YouTubers, right?
I think this week this is my with you. One, two, three,
What you've
four,
had like
four. No, it's my fifth. This is my fifth live stream this week. I'll
Yeah.
be taking a
And
break after this week.
well, not tomorrow you got another live stream, so
I know, yeah.
there you go
Tomorrow,
there.
after tomorrow, I have two tomorrow. So after tomorrow, I'll be taking a break for a little bit.
Last night I was flipping through my feeds and stuff on analytics, and I'm just exhausted. And I'm like, oh, counting Friday, I've actually had 5 videos and live streams combined in a week. No, that's probably why I'm tired.
Yeah, but it's a good thing in my case because I really enjoy doing it. So as long as you enjoy doing what you're doing, time doesn't really matter too much. But you're right; it does get a little exhausting after a while. But it's
Yeah,
it's all good because as long as you're having fun, man, that's all that really matters.
absolutely. Now, if I look this way, it's because I'm looking at the monitor because I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
the tablet, the tablet, the
I can't
laptop
see.
up
I
so I can
can't see
see
who's in the
everybody.
chat. So yeah, I can't see who's in the chat. So hello everyone, and thank you very much for joining in today.
We got Thomas from Austria,
Oh,
Tennessee
Thomas, I
Tactical
know
One,
Thomas.
Anette Rios. I probably chopped that up. I do apologize. I'm the world's worst with names.
Yes.
JT's here. JT is always
He's in the
here and always over there. JT's everywhere. A9, good to see you. Hallbrook Life, good to see. Finally catch you, love brother. Live. It probably was live. That makes sense. Survival preparedness for beginner. How's it going, brother? Good to see you.
Hey,
Jeanette
all right.
Finley, Wandering American, Janelle B. Carl Brooks, good to see you. Carmen Del Rio and Ghosty TY. All right, guys. So, been trying to set this up with AP for a while. Like I said, he is a busy man as a YouTuber. Between your own content that you got to be able to create and put out when you go to other people's channel, you're not really getting any credit on your channel anymore. So,
Oh, that's so good. It's
that
so good.
wasn't
I
the case.
really enjoy
He's
doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I
been
enjoy.
super busy
I
with
enjoy it.
everybody. So we finally grabbed him. I did see that you posted in your comments that you're over here, and of course I'm sitting there typing away. My wife's like, it comes off a little creepy there, honey. I'm like, what? I'm just telling him I'm a big fan. That's all. Although I do remember my early day video where I put the bromance on the thumbnail.
It's
I,
all good,
you know.
man.
All right, guys. So we're gonna open up the floor here. You guys, I'm going to try to keep up with all the comments best I can. Make sure, tag my name in it. Just put the @ symbol, Survival Living. That way it pops up on my screen a lot easier for me to see. And if you got questions for AP or myself, you are more than welcome to ask those. And he and I will both try to answer it. If you have one directly for him, that's fine. I'll shut my mouth, let him answer, and that'll be okay. All right with me. Don't want to get kicked off unless you're nasty, then you get kicked off. All right. Magic Prepper, how's it going? Checking in on my way to work. And JT, oh, Voodoo Kitchen Mama, how's it going? Good to see you.
Mama's in the house. All right.
Hey guys, can we use the fish antibiotics? Tennessee Tactical One. That was his question there.
Oh, is that for me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, can you use fish antibiotics? Well, you can use anything you want. That's just me being a wise guy there. Um, in all honesty, I will never tell you what to use. All right. If you've been following me long enough, you know that I always say, do your research. Now, this is what I've heard. All right. I'll tell you what I've heard, and I'll tell you what I have. I've heard that the fish mocks, etc., that they're made in the same place that the regular, antibiotics are made in, and that they have the same ingredients, and that they even come in the same denomination of milligrams. And I've heard people say that they've used it with success. Do I have some? Yes, I do, because I do have one goldfish that I love very much, and I want to make sure that if something happens to that goldfish, that I have the proper medication to bring him back to health. Okay, so that's the best answer I can give on that, being that I am not a medical professional. But do your own research. There's a lot of articles out there. There's a lot of things you can research out there that will tell you where these things are made, if they're the same, and even some put up by doctors and such that can pretty much tell you that they're pretty much the same thing that humans take when they're prescribed them.
Yeah, like AP just said, and I would probably should also do the disclaimer. We are not medical professionals, so none of our opinions or sayings here should be taken as medical advice, because we're not. Like he said, there's a lot of great information out there, and I like how he was able to work his way around certain aspects. Because, guys, this platform. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me say something real quick. You have to put it into perspective when it comes to those types of health issues, right? Or questions about health, right? So just think about it this way. If you were out, if you cut your finger, what's the first thing you're going to do? If you cut your finger, you're going to rinse it off, sanitize it, and you're going to put a Band-Aid on, right? Just make sure it doesn't get infected. Well, let's say you're out in the woods. When I used to be deployed, instead of carrying duct tape, I used to carry electrical tape, because it's really, really, I love carrying electrical tape. It's almost as good as duct tape as far as I'm concerned, and it's in a smaller package. So if you're out in the woods and you get cut and you don't have any Band-Aids, but you have electrical tape, you're going to go with the electrical tape, right? So it's better to have the electrical tape than not to have it, just in case you can't get a hold of any Band-Aids. Same thing with, fish antibiotics. Better to have it in case you can't get it anywhere else and you have something. But like I said, we do have to be careful out here, because when you give an answer like that, some people may get upset, but we have to be very careful, because some people that watch the internet, they take everything to heart, and they believe that because you're on camera that you know everything. That's why I make it a point to always tell people, look, this is what I do, but you have to make sure that what I do makes sense for you. So that was my part B of that answer.
Part B, no problem at all. Like you said, guys, just research it on your own. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there. Now, I have seen some doctors and nurses that have their own YouTube channel, and they actually cover this. And a simple search, guys, will bring it up, and they actually stand behind what they're saying. My medical experience is I can stitch you up in the field and throw some duct tape on you and send you on back out. Other than that, I'm not a doctor. I did see Magic Prepper back in here. Hey, I got you back on moderator again, because this is the third time that you have been taken off moderator, Matt, and it's not because you've done anything wrong. We had a troll respawn on us, and trying to use my little screen here on the phone with my big fingers. There's actually 3 other moderators. I'm looking for them in the chat. I got to reinstate theirs, just trying to mash that little tiny X on his name.
Yeah.
Messed up. And the problem was that he created a fake account underneath one of our other people. And I thought, well, why do they have 2? And I went to remove and got a couple extra. So Matt, you're definitely good there, Magic Prepper. Just bear with me. You know how stupid I am with technology. So scrolling through here again, guys. Let's see what else we've got. While I am looking, Wandering American, did you see where the V is shipping? Wandering American, when I was flipping through my feed, I think it was your channel that actually covered this. I did not get to watch it. Last night I was working on some more editing. Imagine that. So I do apologize for not getting over there. And to everybody here that's creators, I apologize if I do not get to your videos right when they come out. Usually I am engulfed with videos. The little castaway video I did yesterday, that was about 6 days, 6 days in the making. And I was able to green screen everything in about a day and a half. which was cool. But the rest of the clips and trying to get my timing right, so Tom Hanks got this weird looks like he's looking at me and looking over his shoulder, that takes a while to do. So yeah,
Hey,
just
CFP, I'll tell you
yeah,
what. I watched that video last night. I was cracking up, man. My favorite part was when he was trying to light that fire,
oh
and
yeah,
you're there, you're there with the Pharisee rod. That
yeah,
worked out perfect, man. Your timing was perfect for that.
yeah. I mean, I had to take a lot of takes with that. I mean, there was a couple, probably I would say about 80 takes on the green screen alone, and then trying to
Wow.
get the feed and everything. Of course, it's a copyrighted movie, so you know it didn't really go that far because if you get a copyright on something, YouTube really doesn't push it that much. But it just
Right.
gave me more experience. I mean, that was my first green screen anything. I mean, I've been studying it for a very long time, but I just now got it in.
That
$22
was really
for a
good.
green screen is $22 for a green screen. Okay, I mean you got to be careful when you're trying to buy stuff, especially on YouTube. You need to, if you go to Amazon, they'll be like, this is the YouTube kit you need. Do your
Yeah.
research. If you're planning on doing YouTube, like we just invested, oops, sorry about the shadow, guys. I got a light down there, and that's probably a bad idea. Um, we just invested in a GoPro 7, GoPro 7 Black, and have the extra batteries and stuff. Because I was planning on doing more outdoor stuff. Um, I had to research it. I had to research how to operate it, things like that. I mean, AP knows for a fact how camera equipment and everything. It's tedious. It really is. So it takes a
Like
little
learning
while.
something new. Yeah, it's like
But
learning something new every time that you grab some. I told you yesterday when we talked. I got myself a GoPro 2 weeks ago. It's still in the plastic because I'm just dreading taking it out and having to learn that from scratch.
you're
But the
worried
thing is,
that
yeah,
Victor is
the
going to
thing
take
is,
off
yeah,
with it.
yeah. Well, the thing is that you get comfortable. You get comfortable with what you're using, and it's like the old phone that I had. It was great. It was the phone that I used for doing my videos and everything. And then I dropped it and it broke. And then to me, the bad part wasn't as much that the phone broke, but that I had to replace it with a different phone and learn that phone all over again, and be able to, do what I was doing before. So, yeah, that's the part that you dread is having to relearn everything when you get something new that's up there in technology. So, I like old stuff. I like old school, but you do have to upgrade every once in a while in order to continue to provide content that's somewhat visually attractive, I guess you can say. When I compare the video quality that we have today to when we first started 3 years ago, I'm like, oh my goodness, how in the world did I even get my first 100 subscribers?
No, I still remember my first 100 subscribers. It took forever. It did. It really did. Actually, it still takes a hard time to get an additional 100 and stuff. But I do my best to try to give a better experience with each new film, each new video. I want to push myself even harder because I get, when I go sit down to watch some type of information, I don't want some crappy video that I can't hear and stuff like that. I mean, it's just a bad experience. It turns you off from the person doing the video. But again, Wandering American, I did not see that video. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it was on your channel. I saw. I will be checking that out. I've got to set up some new security stuff on my channel because of the recent events. Nothing was breached or anything, but the individual started emailing me now. But anyway, I just went
Let me see
straight
if I can make
internet.
it to where our heads will match. Let me see if I can make it to where our heads will
Yeah,
match.
I'm on a chair, and that's my max on my. I don't know. I might be able
There
to
we
move
go.
my camera a little bit.
No, no, that's not. It was me. My camera was way too high. My
As you
my
can
production
tell, AP's
my
only three
production
foot
crew
four.
my production crew is still sleeping.
Yeah. Oh, wait a second. You got a production crew? I don't. Man,
Oh
you
no,
should have
wait,
seen me
there
in
you
the
go.
yard trying to do a green screen outdoors because I needed the open space. The wind
That's
started
funny.
blowing. I'm working on a video right now behind the scenes because what I've done is I took my survival news channel because the fact is I'm not a newscaster, guys, and usually opinions change and the way the platform's running right now, I'm steering clear of it. So I decided to change it to survival films because I want to dabble with the film stuff, short movies and stuff like that. And that's what I'm going to do over there. So I was working on the behind the scene production of that and having green screens fall on me and how retarded I look. You guys have no idea when you're sitting there with a green screen behind you and there's nobody in the room. There's nothing to look at except for your little markers that you might be able to put up to identify where you need to be looking. And you just look stupid. You really do. It's very self-conscious when you start watching the footage back. Like, I look like I've gone insane in there. Just talking to myself.
You ought to put up a video just like that with nothing.
Yeah, I am. That's what the behind the production is. I'm going to put it on the other channel just so people can see it because it's just it's funny just watching it. Like, guy's lost his mind. But Wanted American on the V. Yes, I did see in the news where everything's being pushed. We're not going to cover real heavy on that because of what's going on. I mean, a lot of the creators, we already know what the platform's doing. And the fact is, I don't want to lose the channel. I mean, we've been really careful, and so far we've had some videos removed, but that's just because I was said, thumbs up, thumbs down at the YouTube. Al Gore got no rhythm, and they said, okay, we'll squash you. So, I try to be careful. There's other channels that I do highly recommend for information like that, like Marfugal News, Marfugal TV. They've got everything worked out where they watch how they say things, and they've got a lot more experience. And it's news and information I go to watch. Same with Full Spectrum Survival. I go to these guys for that type of news, and y'all don't need to hear me repeat exactly what someone else just said. I mean, that redundancy there actually makes me turn off some channels. I just watched it an hour ago, and they're going to repeat it. So,
you know what, CFP, eventually when they want to get rid of us, they're going to get rid of us. Doesn't matter what we say or do or how we get around it. Eventually, they'll get rid of us. What I think is that we just have to remember that the reason we're doing that is try to get the word out to as many people as we can before they do get rid of us, because YouTube is the largest platform there is. I think Facebook is larger, but just for videos, just for video content, YouTube is the largest platform there is. It reaches the most people. So, of course, we want to get our word out to as many people as we possibly can. But eventually, they're going to get rid of us. Well, because what they'll do is they'll pick one thing that they don't like that was fine to say yesterday, and then they'll go back through your last 100, 200, 300 videos, and they'll find that same thing that was fine to say, that was monetized and all that kind of stuff. And then they'll be like, strike 1, 2, 3, you're out. So they'll get rid of us when they want to get rid of us. It's just, a matter of time, in my opinion. So, us getting around these things, like I said on my last video, is what we have to do in order to play the game. We have to do that in order to play the game, in order to get enough people woken up to where hopefully, there'll be a whole bunch of preppers. And I forgot what video I did a while back, maybe I think this last week, that the number of preppers in the US has doubled since this health crisis started. And I remember mentioning a while back that I said the only thing that I can see good coming out of this is that more people will wake up to the fact that they need to be prepared. And it seems like it's happening. So hopefully, we can stay on another year or 2 or 3 to keep spreading the word, because we need more people to be prepared. We need more people to understand that they need to be prepared to a certain extent. And, the censorship stuff is going to continue to happen. I just realized or noticed this morning when I put up my last video that it was, I always forget the name of his channel. He's got a great channel. Something Survival. What is it? You just mentioned him. It's the bald guy.
Oh, Survival Preparedness for Beginners?
No. The bald guy. He's a bald guy.
Full Spectrum Survival.
He left a comment on that video, and it got deleted. It got removed. Yeah, not by me or anyone else. And his comment wasn't even bad. It wasn't even a bad comment. It just got removed. And I'm like, wow, now there are comments that are being removed that don't say anything bad at all. His comment was something like a very good video, AP, or something like that. That's it. It didn't mention anything, and it got removed. and I didn't remove it. And if one of my moderators would have removed it, I would have known that a
Yeah, it
moderator
tells
removed
you, it
it before me.
notifies you.
Yeah, so yeah, there eventually is, I've said it for a while. I don't repeat this on every video, but I said it for a while that eventually the mainstream will start to pick on preppers, and preppers will be targeted. Just like
Mm.
truth tellers get targeted for this or that, eventually we will be targeted. So yes, we do need to start migrating to other platforms that, that work better. But, right now, this is where you can get the most views, and that's what you want. You want a
Yeah.
lot of views. I mean, even if I was looking at a video that I did a while back where I baked that square bread, and
Hmm.
even if someone watches that video and just learns how to make bread, and they don't become a prepper, they just learn how to make bread. Even if 100,000 people watch that video and they get that much out of it, that's a success. But eventually, like I said, they'll start picking and choosing who they want to stay. In my opinion, YouTube wants to become mainstream. It wants to become everything that people came to YouTube to get away from. So you
Oh
can
yeah,
see that
yeah.
your
I got you.
you can see that your mainstream channels that have YouTube channels, your mainstream news channels, they never get censored. They always get recommended and all that kind of stuff. But if you get on there and you regurgitate one of the articles that they read from or that they put up, then you get censored and you get, taken down or demonetized or whatever, right? So
Yep.
yeah, they've already
Yeah.
got their chosen who they want to be here. They just have to deal with us little by little. Every once in a while there's a what do you call it when you get rid of a whole bunch of people? I'm terrible with
Purge.
words. A purge. Yeah, every once in a while there's a purge. And I think I didn't even know, but I heard that there's one going on right now for like the last couple of weeks of a whole bunch of channels
Yes.
getting deleted.
Yeah. That's
So
why I brought
yeah,
that up. There's a whole bunch that just went down.
yeah, eventually we're gonna get hit. I mean, so I really like to tell people that are YouTubers, do not rely on your YouTube income. Is it nice to have? Absolutely. Absolutely is nice to have. But don't rely on it because one day YouTube is going to be gone like this. I
Yep.
hope I'm wrong, of course. I hope I'm wrong. Whenever I think something, negative is going to happen, it's not because I want it to happen. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that YouTube changes to the way that it used to be. Just keeping really bad stuff out. Like there are things that probably 99.9% of the population would agree that does not belong on a platform like YouTube. And I'm not going to get into what those things are, but really bad things, right?
Yeah.
And that's how it used to be. Anyone can come on here and express their thoughts, say whatever they wanted to say, as long as it was within the guidelines. Hoping to keep it a little bit family friendly, but they didn't even have to keep it that way because, it's really on you. The power is really on you, the viewer. If you don't want to watch it, you don't have to watch it. I had this is really funny, but I read a comment here. I don't know, within the last couple of days, and I don't even remember what video it was, but the gentleman said something like, this is not really a prepping channel because of this and this and this and that. So I'm unsubscribing. I'm like, why did you bother taking the time to say all that? Just unsubscribe. You have all the
Yeah.
power. You, the viewer, has all the power. You're the ones that either make or break a community, in the YouTube family. So, that's how it should be, but it's not. It's not that way. Eventually, I think that, after the dark, I think that we will see some light and that maybe we will be, like I said on my last video, free again. Because we're not free. We may want
No.
to think that
No.
we're free. I mean, we're not free, but we are freer than almost any other country in the world, which means that we still have a fighting chance, to revert all of the things that has happened in the last few decades and bring it back to the way that it should be. But it'll be a struggle. It really will.
Yeah.
We're going through a cycle. We're at the end of the cycle, and we're not only at the end of the cycle of one certain thing, but of many things that's coming to the end of the cycle. And I'm a cycles guy. I like numbers. I like to study history. And it's going to happen either way. I was talking to my brother this morning, about the stuff that's going on. And I told him, listen, it doesn't matter anymore. We are at the end of several cycles, and they are all going to come together at once. And it's going to be really bad. That's why we prepare. That is why we prepare. It's going to be bad. But in the end, once we make it to that other side, I am truly hoping and praying that, good will prevail over bad, and that good will be on top. But we're just going through a cycle, that I don't think there's anything we can do to change what's going to take place between now and the time that it gets better. And but I'm hopeful that, by the time that that we, or that at least people in my generation, because I know you're a lot younger than I am, I'm hopeful that when my generation expires, that, the generation that comes after us, our children, I'm hoping that they'll have a better world, or a society, really a better society, which they can flourish and be able to be freer than what we are now. I mean, look at this. Look at this. We're talking about freedom. We're talking about being able to be free and all that kind of stuff on an open platform. If you were in another country, as soon as you click that join button, you would have been swatted.
Yeah.
So we do have an opportunity to fix things. I'm very hopeful of that.
Well, there's going to be a lot of stuff that has to happen, that's for sure. I do want to address right fast. I saw a couple comments. One, survival preparedness for beginners. I appreciate that super chat. Sent $10. Love the move you just did. Okay, movie. Okay, got it. Thank you both, Survival Living and AP, for helping my channel. Absolutely. We're both real big supporters on helping other YouTubers grow. I mean, Alaska Prepper was my first shout out I ever received from another channel, and that was from Alaska Prepper. I had been in this community for I don't know how long, and I was Central Florida Prepper at the time. But before that, I think my YouTube icon was Redneck Sin Eater or Redneck Zombie Killer Sin Eater. It's my tattoo. And that's what it was to begin with. That's what if you look at the date of my channel, it's like 2016. Well, that's when I got out of prison. Okay, so I clicked on. I didn't have a YouTube channel. I just to watch certain content, you have to sign in to actually post on something. You have to sign in. So I had to create something. But AP was the first one, and I didn't even say I even had a channel. He just happened to see my comment, clicked on it, and the next thing I know, I'm getting a shout out. I think that's when I first saw JT come over, and I remember looking at him like, why would he do that? Why in the world would he sit there and shout me out? He don't know me. And then I was worried about everyone's like, oh, you're sitting there begging for Alaska Prepper to give you a shout out. No, I've never done that. So, it was really, really cool of you to do that. And actually, we built quite a good relationship together as far as communication, stuff like that. I don't call very often because I know how busy life gets.
No, it's a little difficult for me to give a channel a shout out because, unfortunately, I realized that whenever you do that, the next day, and I'm not throwing anyone under the bus. I'm really not. I wish I could, but I can't I'll let you know. The next day you'll get a whole bunch of emails. Can you shout my channel out? Can you shout my channel out? And that's not really how I do it. Whenever I shout out a channel, it's just because it hit me. Like, like when I saw your name and I started realizing, and I started noticing you, CFP. The other name I probably didn't notice that much, but CFP stood out. I was like, man, I wonder if this guy's got a channel because it's Central Florida Prepper, right? So I clicked on it and I saw your videos and I'm like, oh man, this is a good guy. It has to come to me. If somebody just sends me an email, say, hey man, can you please shout my channel out? I'll go look at their channel and stuff like that, but I don't feel comfortable doing it unless something inside me says, hey, go check this out, and check this channel out. Oh, and by the way, let me tell you guys, this is really exciting. Remember, if you saw it, okay, listen, first of all, to all the content creators out there, I understand, and I hope a lot of you understand that we don't have time to watch every single video. So if I ask you, remember this video I did and you didn't watch it, it's okay. Say, oh, I didn't see that one. No problem, all right? Because I don't have time to go and watch every video of every creator. I watched yours last night on my way to bed, you know, and I'm glad I did. But I haven't watched every one of every one of your videos, and you know we can't. You know we can't just watch every single video that
I
everyone
wouldn't
we
watch every one of my videos either.
you know. But but if you remember watching the video that I did with the uneducated economist,
Yeah,
promoting the charity that he was giving to. So he put out a video, I think it was yesterday. He put out a video interviewing one of the people that works there. And they said that after his video, and of course, he said, thank you very much to the Alaska Prepper community too on that video, which was awesome. I was hoping to God that he didn't say, thank you, Alaska Prepper, but he said, thank you to the Alaska Prepper community. And I was like, yes, that's awesome, right? But the director that he was talking to said that after we both posted that video, that he posted his and ours, that organization, Feeding Empty Bellies, they got over 300 donations in like the next week. And he said that they got so much more donations than what they normally get, like almost in a full year. So I was really happy to hear that, man. So that's
yeah.
what the power of people can do. That's the power that we have. I just wish that as a nation we would understand that we have so much power as long as we come together. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys in case you haven't seen the Uneducated Economist video where he shouted out our community and said thank you. And I was just amazed that so many people gave, and not only from the U.S. either, but from all over the world. From all over the world, people were giving. So it's a great thing.
Now, if I'm correct, that's the video where he's filming from inside his car, right?
Yeah, about
Is that one?
95%
Yep.
of his videos he films from inside his car.
Oh,
That's one of
okay.
his things.
Well, I only saw that one. I must say
Yeah.
I'm not subscribed to him.
Oh,
I've
really?
never heard of him until you had actually talked about
Oh,
him.
yeah, yeah. He's
And
a good guy,
I did watch some of the video.
yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't just click on the video and just watch a minute of it and then turn it off. Yeah, I'll leave it on. I might not be able to sit right there because I'm usually working on something else, but I'll let it play.
Right. Yeah.
That retention time actually affects a lot of things.
Yeah, yeah.
I did see Voodoo Kitchen Mom, and I'm sorry I'm so far behind in the chat, guys. AP is like me; he talks way too much. But
I was just gonna say that too. I was gonna say that. I'm like the reason you're behind is because I talk too much.
yeah. Hey, I do the same thing. Wait till I get long-winded. Voodoo Kitchen Mama, I had a pharmacist tell me they were the same pills. It took to look for the lab marking on the back of the pills. Okay, so that's on the fish antibiotics, which is great information. So scrolling through here, I didn't want to miss everybody. And like I said, guys, if you want us to catch those, put it in caps or tag me in it. AP can't see the chat, so if you got specific questions, definitely tag me so I can see it. We got a lot of people here, guys. We had 95 in the live stream. That's actually really good for this channel. Our biggest live streams have been with Rip Curl and you, which is awesome. Okay, scrolling through. Yeah, I'm behind, guys. Sorry. Having these two at once. Oh, Silver Bucket, how you doing? It's been a minute. Good to see you. Kingdom Princess. No, not Kingdom. Clinton. I just missed your comment. Okay, you're talking to Jan. Oh, Jan, good to see you.
Hey, hello, Jan Pellin.
Yep, Jan's here. Magic Prepper, network. Yeah, exactly. Especially with the platform guys. Now, AP has he's on Rumble, and that's what got me into Rumble. I had saw that AP had done that, and also Martin Johnson. I've done shout outs on his channel. He's a much larger YouTube channel than both Lesser Prepper and myself, and he's on Rumble. So I went over there, and yes, I do have a couple of videos uploaded to Rumble. That is my fail safe in case something happens here. I went on BitChute. I can tell you this much from what I've seen with both the platforms. There's not many people there. As far as people that watch, I'm not really sure how their system works with recommendations because some of my videos I did a prep video, weekly prep video, and I got recommended. It said recommended other videos, and it was cooking chicken and stuff like that. I'm like, that's the wrong. Why'd y'all put my videos over there? So they're still a young platform. Maybe we can stay here for a while. Maybe they take off, but right now those are kind of our second backdoor plans, I guess. Plan B, Plan C.
Yeah.
See here, scrolling through. So while we were off air, me and Alaska Prep was actually talking about weather. Imagine that, two old farts talking about weather. And wait a second, you say I'm much younger than you. I just look young. I'm as old as the dirt and dumb as the rocks in the driveway.
I know what your trick is. I know what your trick is, CFP. It's those sideburns.
Yeah.
Those sideburns
I
take
was
20
born
years
with
right
a
off.
baby face. I was born with a baby face. So yeah, he was talking about his house and stuff because I asked him how many rooms he had. I'm not revealing that information. You have to ask him on that one. But we're talking about conserving heat, things like that in the wintertime, because is in Alaska and we're going to be going to Wyoming. So we're kind of bouncing some ideas around. He has some good ideas because he's in the cold. So it's a pretty good thing. Survival preparedness for beginners. Have you seen the huge increase in seeds? Unbelievable. Now, I'm going to take a guess here. Are you talking about the increase in price? Because if that's what you're talking about, I've seen that. That little troll video I did, the Truth Coalition. That's actually going to be a playlist. I'm going to be including my troll and videos just because I have a sense of humor, and instead of stressing about these guys, I added into as a comedy effect. The survival garden seeds that I bought on Amazon. We have a couple of them. We grew our first garden out here with them, so I can show you how well they did. I had bought those like $15 or $18 a piece, and when the shutdown came, they were almost $50.
Oh
and
yeah. They've gone
so
up a lot. I think they came back down a little bit, but I remember seeing that. I was like, wow, isn't that something? Yeah, they were like $15 or something like that at first.
yeah, they were decently priced.
Yep.
Seeds for Freedom Seeds, JT. Now, also the Freedom Seeds. Talked to my buddy there, Ryan, over the Prescott Caliber Club. Guys, it's across the board as far as price. I see people, hey, you won't believe the price for a box of such and such. Yes, I would believe it. And he's run into the same issue. All right, he's a dealer, manufacturer, firearms, and all that good stuff. And you got people walking around over there, AP. But anyway,
that's Little Miss Alaska Prepper.
Well, tell her I said hello.
She hears you. She said hi.
Okay. All right. I saw someone's shadow, so I figured I'd point that out.
What's it go?
Yeah. So when I talked to Ryan about that, even his prices as a dealer to sell, his prices have went up through the roof. So that's why we're seeing a lot. It's not price gouging; it's what they're having to pay just to get hold of it.
Yeah,
so of course they have to make a profit. Yeah, supply and demand, basically what it is. Basic economics there.
I'm really happy that I stocked up on those Freedom Seeds and seeds a long time ago. Last Christmas, they had a sale at the Sportsman's Warehouse, which is like the sports store that I go to that sells, all that stuff. They had an awesome sale, and I got enough Freedom Seeds. I have enough.
You have enough.
And throughout the year, every time I go, go there to get something, I pick up a couple, 3 boxes, here and there. So I've added to it, but I went there. I think last weekend I went there, and I picked up a few boxes that they had. They had some 308, so I'm like, well, let me get a couple of these because there was a limit of 2 boxes, and then I also got some shotgun shells as well. So I still pick up a little here and there. If they have something that I have a platform for, then I'll go ahead and pick it up. But they were slim. There's like almost all of your popular calibers all gone. all gone. No 40, no 9, no 45, no 38, which I was kind of surprised. No 38. Those are the main calibers that I go with right there. And no 5.56, no 22. But they had some 308, so I picked up some 308. They didn't even have 44. Even some of those bigger calibers that not that many people have, like 44. They didn't even have any 44. But all you can do is what you can do, because if you pick something up, as long as you have it, great. And even if you pick something up that you don't have, it could be a pretty good investment, because down the road someone else may need it. But that would depend on you. I would rather get something else that I know I'm going to use, that I can use. But yeah, it's the same thing up here. Same thing up here. There is one your popular calibers, but it's like you said, supply and demand, very expensive. Probably about 3 times more than what we were used to paying a year and a half ago. So it depends on how badly you want it, on whether you're going to get it or not at this point, and you may not be able to get it, period. So I'm glad that we went ahead and prepped up with that throughout the last few years.
Right quick, Scouting Dad says, hey, AP, give us a ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining in today. Now take a shot.
See, now he's got it all down pat. I'm like, why are y'all here this early? Why am I here? I don't sleep very well at night at all. I just, my natural melatonin stuff, whatever you want to call it. I think it's actually what it's called. It's so out of whack. I go to sleep, I'm up 2 hours later, and I'll be up for about 45 minutes, and then I'm back to sleep again for a couple hours. And as soon as day breaks, then I'm exhausted. I'm just a night person. I've always done well working at night. That's why I got the little part-time gig right now, working nights at a gas station, because
nice.
I'm up at night. It makes it a lot easier on me. It's easy on me. I'm able to spend more time here trying to do videos and stuff. And I'm still learning, guys. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of cool stuff, and I'm trying my best to understand it. When I did the Cascadia video a couple days ago, I've had some comments. So, man, we really appreciate you dumbing that down for everybody. I got a secret for everybody. I had to dumb it down myself to understand the material I was reading. Yeah. I'm not a very educated man as far as book knowledge, so I had to understand it. And I actually got the information originally from Marfugal, because I never heard of Cascadia, and a lot of people said they've never heard of it. I learned from his channel about it, and then I started researching. I'm like, yeah, this is actually past due. It's actually an event that should be prepared for. I did have some people said, well, what's that?
I was going to say, from what I understand, the likelihood of Cascadia happening is greater than the St. Andreas Fault in California, as far as
because
it goes.
As far as the
I haven't studied it as much as you have, but just from what I've seen, it's greater that the Cascadia event would happen more so than the Andreas Fault up in California. That is a greater percentage, possibility or probability. So, all you can do is be prepared, CFP, because there's nothing we can do about that. If that's going to happen, it's going to happen, and it'll be terrible if it does.
Yeah. But, and you're right about the time on that. It's averages every 250 years, Cascadia, from the research I've done as far as geologists and the archaeologists, guys, the ones that dig up the past in the dirt. What you got? You got another cat? Or is that the same one? It's just bigger.
Yeah, it's Miss Pebbles. You're not going to say hello?
Probably knows I'm not a cat person. That's probably what it is. She don't want to have
anything to do with me. I took her to the vet this last week because she hasn't been fixed yet. And because we had an appointment, and then all of this stuff started, around March. So they canceled everything. And we were finally able to make her an appointment. I took her over there, and she was protesting the whole time. She did not like it at all. And then we get there, and they're like, our systems are all down. We're going to have to get you in next week. And after I brought her back home, she's like, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. Get away from me. I'm like, all right, but you're going back next week anyways.
I did see, um, this is a blast from the past. Back a long time ago, before I got live stream availability here on YouTube, I was on DLive. I actually learned about DLive through who isn't on YouTube anymore, but we all know John X Army. The name now is Into Wish Han, STFLM. I cannot pronounce that. Neither could I
That's
pronounce
Johnny
your name
Farmer's new name?
from D. No. This is somebody else. But I learned about D
Oh,
Live
okay.
through John X Army. It
Oh,
says
okay.
CFP, what's up, my man? Have not seen you since D Live. X Lear Sean. I do remember you, and I do remember you from D Live, and I'm actually blown away that I've run back into you. That's awesome. Glad you're here. I'm sorry I cannot pronounce either one of the names that you picked from D Live or this one, but I do remember you from D Live, which is really, really cool. As far as D Live goes, guys, I'm looking into it as far as going back to D Live as a possibility. I don't have the computer software or the correct computer that's fast enough to be streaming from my computer and also YouTube at the same time, kind of like Marfugel is doing with his. I don't have the stuff for that. And I could probably figure it out once I actually sit down and learn the new stuff. But it's still debatable on if I'm ever going to go over there again. Nothing wrong with D Live. It's just I spend so much time here on YouTube that I really don't have much time to go to another platform, a live
Yeah.
streaming platform like that. Rumble is easy because all I do is just upload it and I can walk away. YouTube, actually, guys, I spend a lot of time answering emails and comments and researching other videos. YouTube does take a lot of my time up, which is
Yeah.
fine because that's what I want it to do. I want it to be a YouTuber. And by the way, I meant to mention again, we're over 6,000 subscribers. That's you guys
Nice.
there. That's this guy here. That's a
That's
lot
awesome.
of creators that have worked with me and shouted me out and encourage other people to check out the videos. We broke 6,000. I'm super excited. I sat there right at 6,000 for like a week, and I'm like, it's not moving. Why is it not moving? I don't understand. Then 10 disappeared. I'm like, come on, really? But those disappears like that, and they're always at once 10 or 20. That's excuse me. I got to dip in. Uh, yes, it does make me cough when it runs down my throat.
Man,
When those
you're okay,
disappear like that, yeah, when those disappear like that, it's because YouTube has done a scrub for bots, and you get bots all the time. I get them on my channel.
man.
Luckily, they hide them in the hidden, for review comments. I like you, you like me, type of stuff. There's some
I've deleted
Oriental
so many of
channel and
those.
stuff. I report those because it's spam. They're trying to hack you, is what it is. And I report every single one of those. But yeah. So if you see that as a YouTube creator, you can notice it in your analytics. It's just them scrubbing out bots. But now I have been unsubscribed to many channels that I actually enjoy being watching, but I've gotten so busy I haven't been able to get to their channel. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I haven't seen anything from so and so in a while, and I'll go look them up, and they got all these videos out, and I look, I'm no longer subscribed, and I'm no longer wrong. And I've had it where the bell icon's been off. It's just what they do on the
Yeah.
platform. It's either intentional or you got to think there's so many billions of users on YouTube. Could you imagine the software needed to run all that?
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I want to say they're up to it, but I don't have any proof on that. But it's easy to point a finger at somebody. Let's see here. Scrolling through, I did see some comments back. Tennessee Tactical March, I was buying Freedom Seeds, 3 boxes per caliber every time. Now, good luck with stocking up on them. Now, like AP said, you know, if you come across any, it's not a bad investment. Okay. In my opinion, it's not a bad investment at all. Even if you don't have, now, if you are a convicted felon and you are not allowed to have certain things, do not buy ammunition. Okay. Don't. State of
You're
Florida, you get
not
a year, per round, even if you don't have a violent background.
really.
You lose that right too. I actually had a friend that was locked up the same time I was, and he was doing 3 years. There's 3 shotgun rounds in his truck. He was already a convicted felon. He got pulled over. He got a year per round. So, with that in mind,
Wow.
if that's the route you want, which is a good route as far as being prepared, get a family member to do that and put that stuff up for you. All right, it's in their home, it's their money. You're not attached to it. That way, if everything goes down, there is no law. Okay. Now you have supplies, but don't you do it yourself. You can get hemmed
No.
up. And the last thing you want to do is be hemmed up when this happens. You do not want to be behind bars. But
Now, let me ask you a question, CFP. This has absolutely nothing to do with preppy. I'm just curious.
then,
Is there a difference on if you can buy ammunition or firearms if you're a convicted felon, if you went to jail or prison, or is it like the same thing?
no,
So if you go to jail,
it's conviction rating. If you are convicted in the state of Florida of a felony, I know people that's been convicted of a felony and they've only done less than a year in county lockup because their sentence didn't hold over a year. A year and a day, you go into prison. And under a year, you can do county time, but you still got a felony record. If you got a felony record in the state of Florida, even though it was nonviolent, non-drug related, anything, you lose your firearm rights. And with that firearm, you can still purchase and own black powder. Okay, black powder rifles, ammunition for that,
okay.
because they're not considered a firearm by FTA type of stuff. But again, check your states. All right, when I first started YouTube, I didn't know. Okay, I thought anything with a trigger, and that's what I was explained to. Turns out that's not correct. So check your local laws, and believe me, talk to a lawyer because they actually know more about the law. So you trying to check local laws, you won't find the information. Talk to somebody. All right. Luckily, though, with my stuff in the past and everything, I had access to a lawyer I can go talk to. My wife used to work tort law. Her side of the family is used to be politically tied. Her father was a lawyer. So information is a lot easier for me to get now instead of just being a dumb country bumpkin. Now I'm a dumb country bumpkin with legal aid.
I mean,
So
there's like over 22,000 laws governing firearms in the United States. So, as
yeah.
far as I'm concerned, there's so many laws out there that nobody knows what the laws really are or what laws they're breaking. It's kind of ridiculous, really.
Let me see here. Check what this was. All right. Just to clarify for the new subscribers, yeah, back in 2006, I broke the law and I went to prison for forgery. And instead of doing my time, being an outdoors person and rabbit in my blood, I ran for 6 years. During that time, I was a train rider. I was in Mexico. I was all over the West Coast, north, south, sand lines, the high lines in the north. And I rode trains for a year and a half and met a woman and she got pregnant and I got off the tracks and I lived a normal law-abiding citizen life, paying taxes. And then a few years later, I got set up to get a little too close and got picked up. So I had to go do my time. I did 3.5 years in the state of Florida. When I got out, it was 2016, and here we are now. But I screwed up. Will I change? I always have people ask me, "Would you change anything?" I wanted to say yes, but the
Yeah.
fact is, I got 2 beautiful sons out of this
Yep.
whole thing. Okay. I learned a lot. I got to test survival on a whole new level. A year and a half living out of a backpack. Yeah. Out in the woods. It's rough. The whole fantasy thing about I'm just going to grab my bug out bag and I'm heading to the woods. Good luck. Okay. It's a lot more trickier. You're dealing with nature and elements. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm saying it's a lot harder than you think unless you've been out there. That's why I always encourage, even in your backyard, take your gear out, spend the night, use it, see if it's going to hold up. Go on a camping trip for a few days, take it out there. My recent camping trip, I took our solar battery bank thing that I had, so I could charge up the GoPro cameras in my cell phone while I was out there, so I can keep on filming. Turns out that thing crapped out on me. It worked good at the house, but having it out there, it just did not hold up. So,
Yeah.
I was able to test that on my gear and stuff. It actually swelled on me. It got so hot, and it was hot here in Florida. It was 90 something when I was out there, and it's humid real bad here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's see here. I'm gonna scroll through here. If you got something, let's see here. I need to get my eyes checked. Actually, the computer's so far away, so it's not in the shot. It makes all the screens look really tiny. Okay, March for. Okay, we already covered that one about the freedom seeds. I see a lot of things about ammo. I do recommend getting your freedom seeds if you can. I don't talk much about them here because of the platform. It's just not good for it. And we've got a lot of new people here. Monica Kelly, how's it going? Been on the road myself. I do know what you're saying. Yeah. But you know what, guys? I mean, I've seen a lot of good in the world. I've seen a lot of bad too. So you just got to be real vigilant in your surroundings. I found out it was safer for me to be on my own most of the time. The guy I traveled with from time to time and meet up with turned out, his name's Michael Adams. We used to call him Crazy Mike, Dirty Mike. Turns out he was arrested and he's doing prison time for being a serial killer.
Wow.
Yeah. He had complete respect for me because we both alpha males out on the tracks. We, kept each other in line, but we were actually really good friends. And then I found that out. One of my old friends had contacted me and said, "Hey, did you know Mike got arrested?" I'm like, "He's always getting arrested." They tied him together with a couple murders. And I'm like,
wow.
Well, I mean, I always slept with an eye open, but made you think a lot. I mean, this guy had already, I'm not talking bad about the guy. I mean, I'm not happy about what he did. I know him on a different level. He was actually a very good friend of mine. He helped me out a lot when I was out there. I got busted up real bad. I had fractured my jaw and had cracked 2 ribs, not broke, cracked. And he drug me away from those trains just so I can heal up. So I'm not going to talk horrible about the person himself, but what he did, as far as what he did, yeah, that's horrible. I mean, the things he done out there, not good. So I'm not going to justify that part. But as an individual, we got along really good. I know that sounds so weird. How can you judge somebody? How can you not judge somebody on something like that? Well, I don't judge people. I know how he treated me. So go that way, I guess. Let's see here. Survival preparedness for beginners. Sorry, gotta go, guys. Everyone, keep prepping. Exactly. Do not give up.
Yeah, have a good
Prepping.
day, man.
Definitely appreciate super chat, buddy. Never required, but it's always appreciated. Also, I have not put the list up yet, guys. I do apologize. I just started doing that. The ones that have done PayPal, I ain't forgot you. I will get the list posted on the community board. Just a little recognition for y'all. I know sometimes y'all put in, "Hey, I don't want any recognition," and I'll leave you out of it. But for those that don't ever say that, I always post that. Let's see what else we got here. North Carolina going into lockdown and a curfew. Info from jail guards as much as coming your way in every state. Monica Kelly. Yeah, we're going to be seeing lockdowns. There's just no way around it. We have to, I don't want to, I'm going to try to be careful how I say this. With the miracle drug they're pushing and will be pushing, they're kind of bouncing around with, oh, only medical people and essentials are going to have to get this and stuff like that. We're going to see it across the board. It's going to be forced, and I can't tell you what you can do and what you shouldn't do. I can tell you on my end and my family's end, we're not participating. That's the way I'm going to put it. We're not participating. We're opting out as much as we can. They're going to actually have to hold me down and put it in me. That didn't sound right. They're going to have to hold me down and inject me. Wow. That's still just bad. Anyway, moving on. Wow. Live stream, guys. You know, I can't edit that one out. I can already see the trolls now. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna actually do a video on that just to be making fun of it.
And you've been to prison,
Here.
CFP. Here
What's
you
that?
are talking like that. Here you are talking like that, and you've been to prison. Come on, man. I thought
Yeah,
this was
no
a
kidding,
family
right?
friendly
Don't drop the soap, anybody. Wow. You know what? When I was in the Air Force, when I went through basic training, my dad gave me crap. He's like, "Yeah, boy, I'm gonna get you a bar of soap with a rope tied to it." Okay, the joke was out there. And when I got there, it was San Antonio, Texas, there at Lackland Air Force Base. We didn't get bar soap. Back when I went in, that was 97. It was liquid soap. Good luck dropping that one. Yeah. Anyway, okay. If the new admin comes in, we're in big doo doo. JT. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm glad we can move on past that other subject that AP got us into. Man, I'm going to put my bug out bag to the test. Tennessee Tactical. Very good idea. I recommend everybody testing out your gear as much as possible. You don't have to do those obscure camp out trips and stuff. I mean, I enjoy doing it because I don't like being around society too much. I get stressed out around cities. I just don't like it.
Mhm.
I feel weird inside of them. I always have. I don't like being around a lot of people. It's not because I'm terrified of people. I'm just uncomfortable being around people. No, I can joke around on YouTube because there's actually no one here. I'm just talking to a computer. Oh, actually, I'm talking to my phone, which is going to my computer, going off to fantasy land. I just don't deal good with people. So I go out, and part of my relaxation is to go out into the woods for a few days, even just one night, you know, just to get away from not hear anything except for what nature has. And you'd be amazed when you get far enough deep, you can hear a lot of stuff, twigs snap and everything else. If you're not used to camping, I've seen people get freaked out and start yelling at stuff outside their tent and there's nothing there. You know, just you got to condition yourself. Definitely take your gear out for sure. Let's see here. All right, AP, you got anything, brother? I do not want to keep you too long. That's for sure. We've already cleared an
No,
hour
man, I'm
here,
here
man.
for you, brother. I'm here. I'm here for you. So whatever you have.
Again, guys, if y'all have questions directly for AP, please type it in. Tag me to it. That way I can make sure I see it.
I mean, I'll be doing this tomorrow for a couple of live streams, so I have to keep some material for myself, CFP.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. You see how it is? Oh, he'll come over here and talk about what I want, but I can't pick his brain for any information. You know, thanks a lot. All right. Actually, though, I don't want to keep you too long because I know that you've got a lot of stuff going on. I've got some edits to do, and I got some stuff security wise as far as online stuff I got to update. So, yeah, it's just a never ending job, which, by the way, guys, I'm not complaining about. I actually enjoy being a YouTuber. I enjoy putting content out. I enjoy sitting down, writing out a script, and I actually getting better at it. Believe, really, trust me on that. Maybe. Um, probably not. But anyway, I'm trying. Okay. I will be having 2 Christmas videos come out. One, I've got the wife. She's going to sit down with me and we're going to green screen a nice little Christmas video. And 2 is a comical one, of course. And that's probably going to be the later one. But yeah, so we got 2 Christmas albums coming out. And guys, AP does have his own live stream going on tomorrow. Hopefully everyone can make it there. If you can't make the live stream, always check out the replay. You want to tell us a little bit about that, Alaska Prepper?
Oh yeah, man. Hey, before I say something about that, let me plug Grim Survival real quick. For any of you that don't
Absolutely.
know, Grim Survival, he's giving away a pressure canner. So we were talking the other day, and I was like, hey man, I'll go ahead and let the people know on Sunday. That way they can know to go to his channel and enter for it. Because from what I understand, those are kind of slim to none nowadays as far as availability goes. So he's giving away a brand new pressure canner, and he has an entry video set up. So if you guys want a chance to win a pressure canner, go over there to Grim Survival. And as far as me or us, tomorrow, of course, we'll have a live stream at the same time that I always do on Sundays, which is 12 noon Alaska time, 4 p.m. Eastern time, unless you live on the eastern part of the East Coast that CFP lives in, and that would be 3 p.m. CFP's time.
Yeah.
So yeah, 12 noon Alaska time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. And what we're going to be doing tomorrow is we're going to be picking the winners of all of the prizes that we are giving away this year for our December Bash giveaway. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm going to be I'll enjoy it a lot giving away all that stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I've got a couple of little surprises up my sleeve. In addition to that, I'll be doing an after party video for the Patreons where I'll be giving away some things as well. So tomorrow's going to be a really fun day for me because I love doing that stuff. But next week I'll have to go ahead and pay the piper and place all the orders. That's the part that gets me. It's when I have to place all the orders.
AP's been playing Santa Claus there.
Yeah, make sure that you come on over tomorrow and join the party, and it's going to be a great time. There's not going to be any talking about prepping. There's not going to be any talking about anything. We are going to just chit-chat back and forth, give away gifts. I think Victor's going to help out tomorrow.
There you go.
And yeah, and then we'll call it good after a few minutes. And you know, it'll be a good start to the holiday season for, you know, for everyone, because I think that if I place my orders in early next week, that everyone should be able to have whatever they want before Christmas. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out, because I really want as many people to enter as can enter, because I really want, you know, to give an opportunity to as many people as possible. So
yep,
that's what I got going on.
I'm gonna go back and find the video, and I'm gonna get it posted on my Twitter and Facebook, and I'll probably go ahead and link it in my comments to not the comment.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, the comment on this and the community board, so that way anybody passing through, they can actually see that.
I think it's only about 10 videos back or so. It's that flashlight review video.
Okay. Yeah, I know exactly which one that is.
You'll be able to find it really easy. So so yeah, man, that's what
speaking of flashlights, I do have another video I've got to make. Olight contacted me, and they hooked me up. They sent me this nifty little headlamp. I got to play around with it a little bit yesterday, so we'll be doing a review on that. I like Olights. Olights have always been out of my price range. Just they're really good quality. They're just expensive.
Yeah. I like Olight and Through Night, and it's unfortunate too. I hear it a lot. You know, why don't you buy a flashlight that's made in the U.S.? Yeah. I really wish I could, but if someone out there can find me a flashlight that's made in the U.S., that's as good as an Olight or a Through Night, that shoots out as many lumens and all that kind of stuff, even if it's like 25% more in price, I'd be happy to buy it. But I searched all over, and I could not find a company that made flashlights in the U.S. that were even close to being as good as those flashlights are. So, you know, I would love to be able to find them, and I mean, I really would, but I just haven't been able to. So if, in all seriousness, if anyone does know of a company that makes flashlights in the U.S., because I love flashlights, you know, and it's a good product, I'd be more than happy to buy one, and they wouldn't even have to ask me to review it. I'd just buy it, just for the fact that it's made in the U.S. and it's a really good product, you know. But it's slim to none, you know, with the stuff going on as far as, you know, people doing their business in China instead of in the U.S. I'm hoping that will come to pass here in the next several years or so. The sooner the better, you know. The sooner the better. But we'll have to see. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Well, you know, come January, we'll find out whether we're on the path to USA or not, you know, to being made in the U.S. or not, right? Yeah, that has a lot to do with it. So
I did see Mind Your Own Beeswax. AP has a flashlight fetish. So do I. I love flashlights. I love flashlights. Actually, I like to be able to see at night.
Yeah. Through Night just sent me another one to review.
Did they?
And it's really nice. I really like it. The one that I reviewed last time, the TT20, Awesome flashlight. That is an awesome flashlight. The one they sent me now is a smaller one, but it's very nice. I'm gonna wait to review it till after the new year, because what I'm gonna do with it is I'm gonna stick it in my truck and let it stay there for like 2 weeks in negative temperatures with a full charge and see how it does after
Hmm.
being 2 weeks in negative temperatures with a full charge. See if it still works good, if it's just as bright and all that stuff. So
Yeah,
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 so
that'd
I'll
actually be pretty cool because it definitely kills the battery quick. And if you got something like in a get home bag and you've already got your batteries installed,
exactly,
be
yeah,
nice to know if
yeah,
it's going to work.
yeah, exactly. So we'll see how that one works out. But that's another one that I'm going to be doing. And since there's not that many people here, I'll give you guys a little insider news. So in the month of January, I'm not sure if it'll be the middle of January or towards the end, but sometime in January, I'm going to do another, giveaway, because I always find that after January, after the euphoria of Christmas and the New Year's has worn out, people are a little bit more down. All of the hype
Yeah.
is gone. I figure I'd do a nice little giveaway so that some people can, get a little bit of something that maybe they wouldn't have been able to get otherwise. So
Well,
I'm
you should
working on
do it
that.
on January 9th. That's my wife's birthday.
Is that well? That's
Yeah,
too early.
mine's
That's too soon.
January 5th. Mine's January 5th. We're 4 days apart as far as the birthdays. Two Capricorns in the same house.
Well, I have a brother whose birthday is on January 7th.
They were just narrowing it down. Who's got the six? Okay, someone out there has it. I did see Danny Brook. I'm not going to say the country, but it's the starts with a C. Shot down two F-16 fighter jets on Canada border. This is the first I've heard of this, so I've got to take a look at the news and stuff and see
Oh,
what's going on with that. That's the first I've heard of it. So it'd be bad if it is, because that's definitely going to be something going on as an answer for. And I did see somebody had talked about Olight has too many review videos. Oh, there we go. A9. There are too many Olight YouTube videos. Well, I'll tell you this. They contacted me and asked me if I wanted to do it. I could have told them no, but I do like Olight, so that's why. Like I said, it was always priced out of my range. I mean, if you look at the website, they got some pricey flashlights, and this here is supposed to be a little bit further down on the market scale. Um, you don't ever have to watch the video or not. I mean, I appreciate when people actually watch the videos, but they send it to me, ask me to review it. I like flashlights. I believe in being able to see in the dark. That's why we did the EMP video showing our solar and everything else, which I did have some people comment. Obviously, they didn't watch the video. They just like went in there, oh, all your solar stuff's not going to make an EMP blast or a CME. If you would watch the comment, I watched the video, I actually talk about I've got solar shield
yeah,
installed on our solar.
I seen that
You
video.
know, I see that a lot where they just come in and just start typing away and then they're gone. I'm like, well, if you'd watched the video, I explained that, but okay.
Yeah,
And then you
that's
got
all
to take
right.
the time to answer that, and then you never see him again. I'm like, okay, one of those guys again. Got it. And I'm not against creative comments or criticism. Absolutely, definitely encourage them. But you can always tell when someone hasn't watched the video and left a
Yeah,
comment.
it happens all the time. It's all good though. I mean,
So you look at Monkey Works. He monitors all military air traffic. He'll know if 16s were really shot down. Definitely take a look at that. All right, guys. So like I said before, I wasn't going to keep Alaska Prep on here too long, and I'm not. All right. So I'm going to let you go, brother. I definitely
all
appreciate you
right,
being
man.
here. I've been wanting to
Yeah,
have you
thank you
here
for
for a
having me.
while.
No,
Definitely,
this is great,
definitely.
man. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I really enjoy this because it wasn't, and this is not a bad thing. It wasn't structured. It was just us
Yeah,
hanging out. So that's always fun to do.
yeah. Kind of fly by the seat of my pants on these live
Yeah, yeah,
streams
yeah.
most
It's just
of the
us
time
hanging out,
anyway.
having a drink, right?
And it's
All
usually the
right, brother.
last
Hey,
minute
man.
with everybody.
Yeah, hey, thank you guys for joining in. I don't know who's in the chats except for some of the people that CFP mentioned, but thank you for joining in. I truly appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with us for a few minutes. We will see you tomorrow. And after tomorrow, I will be taking a break from live streaming for a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit of time off from live streaming, but I'll still be putting up some videos.
He's
So
going to
we'll
be producing blockbuster videos for y'all.
Oh, terrible videography, but hey, it comes from the heart.
Selling tickets now, right here. I'll scalp the tickets.
All right, man. All right, take care, brother. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you for having me by, and give my best to your lovely wife as well.
I will. Definitely will. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right. Do you know how to turn yourself off, or do I need to turn you
Oh,
off?
are you staying on and I'm coming off?
No, I'm just gonna wrap it up. That's all.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
No, you know what? We can go ahead and wrap it up like this, guys. That
No,
way I
no,
can
no, no.
actually holler. That way I can holler you. That way I can talk to you after the show. So don't go anywhere. I'm just gonna end the stream,
okay.
but you'll still be in it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I usually wait for the host to end it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, you got two tech
If not,
simpletons here
I
that's
would have
just
been
not
sitting
working
here
very
just
well.
staring at you. I would have been sitting here just staring at you with a smile on my face for the next 10 minutes.
All right, guys, time them. Here we go. No. All right, guys, definitely appreciate every single one of y'all being here with us. And if you have not been over there at Alaska Prepper, I put his YouTube channel link in the description. So definitely get over there and look for the Christmas video he was talking about. It's the one with the flashlight. It's about 10 videos down. I will be adding it to the comments on this one and also in our community board and stuff like that. So anyway, guys, definitely appreciate y'all being here with us. It is an early morning for our usual live streams, which has turned out very well. So again, guys, definitely appreciate it. For those who have not seen my Castaway video, please feel free to check it out and leave a comment. Okay. Now remember, I'm just learning the process, but I have fun with it. All right, guys. Y'all take care. We'll speak to y'all later.
Okay. Have a good day, guys.